Hey Cancer, I need to share something with you right now because the energy coming through these cards is absolutely wild. I just sat down to do this reading for you, and honestly, the moment I shuffled the deck, I could feel this intense protective energy surrounding you. It is like the universe has been watching everything that has been happening to you. Every betrayal, every manipulation, every person who tried to dim your light. And now divine justice is finally stepping in. Before we get into the cards, I want you to know that this reading is specifically for those of you who have been dealing with toxic people in your life. People who smiled in your face while plotting behind your back. People who took your kindness for weakness. And Cancer, if you have been feeling like nobody sees what you have been going through, like your struggles are invisible, this reading is going to shift that perspective completely. The universe sees everything, and what I am about to share with you is going to validate so much of what you have been feeling. So I pulled 10 cards for you today. And Cancer, each one of these cards is telling a part of your story. A story about survival, about divine protection, and about the cosmic justice that is unfolding in your life right now. Grab something to drink, get comfortable, because we are going deep into this energy, and you are going to want to hear every single detail. The first card that came out for you is the Three of Swords, and I know what you are thinking. You are probably like, great, more heartbreak, more pain. But Cancer, this card is not showing you what is coming. This card is validating what you have already been through. This is the universe acknowledging the betrayal you experienced, the backstabbing, the moments when people you trusted completely turned around and hurt you in ways you never saw coming. What I am seeing with this Three of Swords is that someone very close to you, someone you considered family or a best friend or maybe even a romantic partner, they wounded you deeply. And it was not just a simple disagreement or a falling out. This was calculated. This was intentional. This person knew exactly what they were doing when they hurt you. They knew your vulnerable spots. They knew what would cut the deepest, and they went for it anyway. But here is what the universe wants you to understand about this Three of Swords energy. Every single tear you cried, every sleepless night, every moment you questioned yourself wondering what you did wrong, it was all being recorded in the cosmic ledger. Nothing goes unnoticed. The pain you felt was real, the betrayal was genuine, and the universe is not dismissing what you went through. In fact, this card is here to tell you that your pain is being transformed into something powerful. That heartbreak you experienced, it cracked you open, but not to break you. It cracked you open so that all the illusions could fall away, so that you could see people for who they truly are, not who you hoped they would be. I am also getting that some of you Cancer signs have been blaming yourselves for what happened. You have been replaying conversations in your head, wondering if you were too sensitive, too emotional, too much. And the Three of Swords is here to tell you to stop that right now. You are not to anything. You were dealing with someone who had a darkness inside them that had nothing to do with you. Their betrayal was about their character, not yours. And the sooner you release that self-blame, the sooner you can step into the next phase of your journey. Moving to the second card, we have the Four of Cups. And this is so interesting because this card is showing me a period where you actually withdrew from everything and everyone. After that betrayal represented by the Three of Swords, you went into this protective shell. You stopped trusting people. You stopped putting yourself out there. You stopped giving chances to new opportunities because you were so hurt by what happened. The Four of Cups is showing me that you have been in this contemplative state, almost like you have been meditating on everything that went wrong. You have been sitting with your emotions, processing, healing, but also maybe being a bit too isolated. I am seeing you turning down invitations, ignoring messages, keeping people at arm's length because you are terrified of being hurt again. And Cancer, I completely understand this energy. When you have been betrayed the way you have been betrayed, it makes sense that you would want to protect yourself. But what the Four of Cups is gently nudging you to realize is that while you have been sitting in this protective bubble, the universe has been trying to offer you something new. There has been an opportunity, a person, a situation that has been presenting itself to you, but you have been so focused on your past pain that you have not been able to see it clearly. This card is not about forcing you to trust again before you are ready. It is about opening your awareness to the possibility that not everyone is like the person who hurt you. There are genuine people out there, there are real opportunities waiting for you, but you have to be willing to lift your gaze from the past and look at what is being offered in the present moment. What I love about this Four of Cups energy is that it is also showing me you have been developing serious discernment during this time. Your intuition has been getting stronger. You have been learning to read people better, to pick up on red flags earlier, to trust your gut when something feels off. So this period of withdrawal was not wasted time. You needed this space to recalibrate, to heal, to become more selective about who you allow into your inner circle. The third card is the Eight of Cups and Cancer. This is where your journey really starts to shift. This card is about walking away, but not in a defeated way. This is a conscious, empowered decision to leave behind what no longer serves you. I am seeing you literally turning your back on situations, people, and dynamics that have been draining your energy. What makes this Eight of Cups so powerful in your reading is that it is coming after the Four of Cups. You did the inner work. You sat with your emotions, you processed everything, and now you have the clarity to see what needs to be released from your life. And you are not just thinking about it anymore. You are actually doing it. You are making moves to distance yourself from toxic environments, from people who do not value you, from circumstances that keep you stuck in old patterns. I am getting very specific information here. Some of you are leaving a job where you have been undervalued and underappreciated. Some of you are ending a friendship that has been one-sided for way too long. Some of you are walking away from a romantic connection where you were giving everything and receiving nothing. And what the Eight of Cups is telling me is that this departure is necessary for your evolution. You cannot step into your next chapter while still holding on to the dead weight of your past. What I really want you to understand about this Eight of Cups energy is that walking away is not giving up. It is actually one of the bravest things you can do. It takes tremendous courage to leave the familiar, even when the familiar is hurting you, and step into the unknown. But the universe is supporting this move. There is something so much better waiting for you, but you have to be willing to leave the old behind to make space for the new. I am also getting that some people in your life are going to try to guilt trip you when you start making these changes. They are going to accuse you of being cold, of changing, of not being the same person anymore. And you know what, Cancer? They are right. You are not the same person anymore. You are wiser, stronger, more protective of your energy, and you are not apologizing for that. The Eight of Cups is giving you permission to prioritize yourself without feeling guilty about it. Now we are getting to the fourth card, and this is the Page of Swords. And Cancer, this is where things get really interesting. The Page of Swords represents messages, communication, and the truth coming to light. After you have made the decision to walk away, represented by the Eight of Cups, information is going to start reaching you. Information that confirms everything you suspected, everything you felt in your gut but maybe did not have concrete proof of. The Page of Swords is a messenger, and the message coming through is about exposure. The people who betrayed you, the ones who smiled in your face while plotting behind your back, their true nature is being revealed. Not just to you, but to everyone around them. Their masks are falling off. The facade they have been maintaining is crumbling. And suddenly, people who did not believe you before, people who thought you were overreacting or being dramatic, they are starting to see the truth for themselves. What I love about the Page of Swords is that you are not the one doing the exposing. You do not have to defend yourself. You do not have to prove anything. You do not have to convince anyone of what happened. The universe is handling this for you. These people are exposing themselves through their own actions, their own words, their own patterns of behavior. And everyone who has eyes to see is witnessing it. I am also getting that some of you are going to receive apologies or acknowledgments from people who did not support you during your difficult time. People who maybe took the other person's side, or who stayed neutral when you needed them to stand with you. The Page of Swords is bringing clarity to the situation, and these people are realizing they misjudged what was happening. Now, whether you choose to accept those apologies or not is entirely up to you, but the validation is coming. The Page of Swords is also telling me to be mindful of your communication during this time. You are going to have opportunities to speak your truth, to share your side of the story, and while you should absolutely do that if it feels right, make sure you are coming from a place of empowerment rather than vengeance. Speak your truth clearly and confidently, but do not get drawn into arguments or debates with people who are not ready to hear you. Your energy is too valuable for that. The fifth card we have here is the Three of Wands. And this card is making me so excited for you, Cancer, because this represents expansion, growth, and new opportunities appearing on your horizon. After everything you have been through, after the heartbreak, the withdrawal, the walking away, the truth coming to light, now you are standing at the edge of something completely new. The Three of Wands shows a figure looking out at the ocean, watching ships come in, and this is exactly the energy you are stepping into. You have been through the storm, You have navigated the rough waters, and now you are starting to see the rewards of your resilience. Opportunities that you planted seeds for a while ago are finally starting to manifest. Things you hoped for but maybe gave up on are suddenly becoming possible again. What I am seeing specifically with the Three of Wands is that you are going to have multiple options presenting themselves to you. This is not just one opportunity, this is several different paths opening up, and you get to choose which one resonates most with your authentic self. I am getting strong career and financial abundance vibes from this card. Some of you are going to receive job offers, promotion opportunities, or chances to start your own business or creative project. The universe is rewarding you for your patience and your faith. But the Three of Wands is not just about external opportunities. It is also about your internal expansion. You are thinking bigger now. You are no longer limiting yourself based on your past experiences or other people's opinions of what you are capable of. You are starting to see your true potential, and you are making plans that reflect that expanded vision of yourself. I am also getting that some of you are going to be traveling or relocating. The Three of Wands has strong travel energy, and for some of you, this could be literal physical travel to new places, new cities, maybe even new countries. For others, this is more metaphorical, representing a journey into new areas of your life, new fields of study, new social circles, new versions of yourself. The key message with the Three of Wands is to stay open and optimistic. Yes, you have been hurt. Yes, you have been betrayed. But that does not mean your whole future is going to be dark. Actually, the opposite is true. Because you went through that darkness and came out the other side, you are now stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the blessings that are coming your way. The sixth card is the Devil. And okay, Cancer, I know this might seem scary, but stay with me here because this card is actually showing up to give you some very important information. The Devil card is about bondage, addiction, toxic patterns, and unhealthy attachments. And in the context of your reading, this card is showing me the people who have been trying to keep you trapped. These are the individuals who have been attempting to manipulate you, to control you, to make you doubt yourself. They have been using fear tactics, guilt trips, emotional blackmail, anything they can to maintain power over you. The Devil energy represents those people in your life who feed off your light, who drain your energy, who need you to stay small so they can feel big. But here is what is so powerful about the Devil showing up in this position in your reading. This card is not showing you what is going to happen to you. It is showing you what has been happening to your enemies, to the people who betrayed you. These people are trapped in their own darkness. They are bound by their own toxic patterns, their own insecurities, their own need to control and manipulate. And while they have been focused on trying to bring you down, they have actually been digging themselves deeper into their own pit. The Devil card is also revealing the motivations behind the betrayal you experienced. These people were not operating from a place of strength or confidence. They were operating from a place of deep insecurity and fear. They saw your light, your growth, your potential, and instead of being inspired by it, they felt threatened. They felt like your success somehow diminished them, so they tried to sabotage you. What the universe wants you to know through the Devil card is that you are no longer bound to these people or these situations. The chains that were holding you, the attachments that were draining you, they are breaking. You are freeing yourself from these toxic dynamics, and there is nothing they can do to pull you back in. Their power over you is gone. I am also getting that some of these people are going to try to hoover you back in. They are going to realize that you are doing better without them, that you are thriving, and they are going to attempt to reconnect. They might apologize. They might promise they have changed. They might try to make you feel guilty for moving on. But the Devil card is warning you to stay strong. These people have not changed. They are still operating from the same toxic place. Do not let temporary loneliness or nostalgia trick you into reopening doors that you wisely closed. The seventh card is the World, and Cancer. This is one of the most beautiful cards in the entire deck. The World represents completion, achievement, fulfillment, and reaching a major milestone in your journey. After everything you have been through, after all the lessons, all the pain, all the growth, you are entering a phase of completion and wholeness. The World card is telling me that you are closing a major chapter of your life. The cycle that began with betrayal and heartbreak is ending. You have learned what you needed to learn, you have released what you needed to release, and now you are ready to step into a completely new phase of your existence. What makes the World so powerful is that it represents integration. All the fragmented pieces of yourself, all the parts of you that felt broken or lost, they are coming back together. You are becoming whole again. But not the same whole you were before. You are a new version of whole. A wiser, stronger, more authentic version of yourself. I am seeing major accomplishments and achievements surrounding you with the World card. Things you have been working towards for a long time are finally reaching completion. Projects are finishing, goals are being achieved, dreams are manifesting into reality. There is this sense of satisfaction and pride that comes with the world, knowing that you persevered through the challenges and made it to the other side. The World card is also about recognition and celebration. People are going to start acknowledging your strength, your resilience, your transformation. You might receive awards, accolades, public recognition for your work or your journey. Or this recognition might be more personal, people close to you expressing their admiration for how far you have come. What I really want you to feel into with the World card is the energy of freedom. You are no longer trapped by your past. You are no longer defined by what happened to you. You are free to create your life exactly as you want it to be. You have the wisdom, the experience, the strength, and now you have the freedom to use all of that to build something beautiful. The 8th card is the 4 of Swords, and this card is coming in with a very specific message for you, Cancer. After everything you have been through, after all the emotional intensity, all the upheaval, all the changes, you need to rest. The 4 of Swords is about taking a strategic pause, giving yourself time to recover and recharge before moving forward. I am seeing that some of you have been pushing yourselves really hard lately. You have been in survival mode for so long that you have forgotten how to just be. You have been constantly alert, constantly protecting yourself, constantly trying to figure out the next move, and your nervous system is exhausted. The 4 of Swords is giving you permission to stop, to breathe, to rest. This card is also about mental rest specifically. Your mind has been working overtime trying to make sense of everything that happened, trying to protect you from future harm, trying to plan and strategize and anticipate every possible scenario. And while that vigilance was necessary during the crisis, you do not need to maintain that level of mental intensity anymore. You are safe now. You can relax. The 4 of Swords is encouraging you to create space for meditation, reflection, and stillness. This is not about being lazy or avoiding your responsibilities. This is about strategic recovery. Athletes do not train at full intensity every single day because they know their bodies need rest to grow stronger. The same principle applies to emotional and spiritual growth. You need periods of rest to integrate all the changes you have been through. I am also getting that during this rest period, you are going to receive important insights and downloads. When you quiet your mind and give yourself space, your intuition becomes much clearer. You might have dreams that give you guidance, or sudden realizations that help you understand your situation more deeply. The 4 of Swords is a card of stillness, but it is not inactive. Important healing and integration are happening beneath the surface. Some of you might be guided to take an actual retreat or vacation during this time. Getting away from your normal environment, even just for a weekend, can be incredibly healing. But even if you cannot physically go anywhere, you can create sacred space in your daily life. Morning meditation, evening journaling, long baths, walks in nature, whatever helps you feel centered and peaceful. The 9th card is the Queen of Swords. And Cancer, this card is showing me who you are becoming through all of this. The Queen of Swords is one of the most powerful cards in the deck because she represents truth, clarity, boundaries, and the courage to stand in your authentic power without apology. After everything you have been through, you are developing the qualities of the Queen of Swords. You are no longer the person who gives endless chances, who overlooks red flags, who sacrifices your own well-being to keep the peace. You are becoming someone who sees clearly, speaks directly, and maintains firm boundaries. The Queen of Swords has been through her own betrayals and disappointments. She knows what it is like to trust the wrong people, to be taken advantage of, to have her kindness mistaken for weakness. But instead of becoming bitter or closed off, she used those experiences to develop discernment. She learned to read people accurately, to trust her intuition, to say no without guilt. This is the energy you are stepping into, Cancer. You are becoming more objective, more rational, more able to see situations for what they truly are rather than what you wish they were. This does not mean you are losing your emotional depth or your compassion. It means you are balancing your emotional nature with mental clarity. I am seeing the Queen of Swords showing up specifically in how you are going to handle communications and confrontations moving forward. You are no longer going to tolerate disrespect. You are no longer going to engage in circular arguments with people who are not interested in resolution. You are going to state your truth clearly and firmly, and then you are going to move on. You are not going to waste your energy trying to convince people who are determined to misunderstand you. The Queen of Swords is also about cutting away what does not serve you. She carries a sword and she knows how to use it. This is not about being cruel or vindictive. This is about being willing to cut ties, to end relationships, to walk away from situations that are draining your energy. And you are going to do this with clarity and confidence, knowing that protecting your peace is not selfish, it is necessary. What I love most about the Queen of Swords energy is that people respect her. They might not always like her boundaries, but they respect her because she is consistent, she is clear, and she does not play games. This is the level of respect you are going to start commanding in your life, Cancer. People are going to realize they cannot manipulate you anymore, and the ones who truly value you will appreciate your authenticity. The 10th and final card is the Page of Pentacles, and this card is absolutely perfect to close out your reading because it represents new beginnings in the material realm. After all the emotional and spiritual work you have done, represented by all the other cards, now it is time for practical, tangible manifestation. The Page of Pentacles is a student, someone who is eager to learn and grow in the physical world. This card is showing me that you are going to be starting something new related to your career, your finances, your education, or your physical health. This is a fresh start, a chance to build something solid and stable from the ground up. What I love about the Page of Pentacles is the energy of enthusiasm and dedication. This is not about get-rich-quick schemes or overnight success. This is about being willing to put in the work, to learn the skills, to build something sustainable. You have the opportunity to create lasting security and abundance for yourself, but it is going to require patience, focus, and consistent effort. I am seeing specifically that some of you are going to be going back to school or taking courses to develop new skills. Others are starting new jobs or businesses that align better with your values and your vision for your life. Some of you are finally getting serious about your health and wellness, creating routines and habits that support your physical body. The Page of Pentacles is also bringing news about money and resources. You might receive information about investment opportunities, new income streams, grants or loans, or financial support that helps you move forward with your goals. The universe is supporting your practical needs as you rebuild your life. What makes the Page of Pentacles so hopeful is that it represents potential. You are at the beginning of something that has the potential to grow into something really significant. The seeds you plant now, the habits you establish now, the foundations you build now, they are going to pay off in massive ways down the line. But you have to be willing to show up consistently, to do the work even when it is not exciting, to trust the process. The Page of Pentacles is also encouraging you to stay grounded and practical as you move forward. Yes, dream big, yes, have vision, but also make sure you are taking concrete steps in the physical world to support those dreams. Create a budget, make a business plan, research your options, network with people in your field. The universe meets you halfway, but you have to do your part. So Cancer, let me bring all of this together for you. You have been through an incredibly difficult period. You experienced betrayal represented by the Three of Swords. You withdrew to heal shown by the Four of Cups. You made the brave decision to walk away captured in the Eight of Cups. And you received confirmation and validation through the Page of Swords. Then you started to see new possibilities with the Three of Wands. You recognized the toxic patterns that were trying to trap you with the Devil. You reached a point of completion and wholeness with the world. You gave yourself the rest you needed with the Four of Swords. You stepped into your power as the Queen of Swords. And now you are ready for new practical beginnings with the Page of Pentacles. This is a complete journey from pain to power, from victimhood to victory, from confusion to clarity. And the most important thing I want you to take away from this reading is that everything you went through was not random. It was not punishment. It was preparation. You were being refined, strengthened, and prepared for the incredible things that are coming into your life. The people who betrayed you, they thought they were destroying you. They thought they were winning. But what they actually did was free you from illusions, from toxic attachments, from false connections that were holding you back. They did you a favor even though that was not their intention. And now, while they remain trapped in their own darkness represented by the Devil card, you are moving forward into freedom and abundance. Divine justice is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it is quiet and subtle. Sometimes it looks like you thriving while they spiral. Sometimes it looks like you finding peace while they remain in chaos. Sometimes it looks like you building a beautiful life while they stay stuck in the same patterns. And that is exactly what is happening for you, Cancer. You do not need to seek revenge. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. You just need to keep walking your path, keep honoring your growth, keep protecting your energy, and keep building the life you deserve. The universe has your back, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. I hope this reading resonated with you. If you felt this energy, drop a comment and let me know which card spoke to you the most. And remember, Cancer, your sensitivity is not a weakness, it is your superpower. Keep shining.